Hello guys, welcome to my comfy home. In this video, I'll reveal to you 10 cheap methods to soundproof your door from outside noise. In fact, these are the very methods that soundproofing experts would recommend to you. As always, all the links to the products mentioned here will be in the description down below. So, let's get into it. You may be asking, how does a door let the noise in? Well, besides the windows, doors can add to the level of noise in your home. The doors can allow noise inside your home through the following ways. First, thin and hollow doors. The structure of an ordinary wooden door in many apartments comes with a hollow inside. This hollow door traps air in, which acts as a great medium for noise. Second reason is gaps between the doors at the frame. It is obvious that partial gaps exist on the door. Remember, any tiny space will let in all manner of noise. Sound waves are really opportunistic. So, what do you do about it? Here are 10 cheap methods to soundproof a door from outside noise. There are many methods you can implement to soundproof your door, whether it's an apartment door or a bedroom door. Let's look at them in details. First, seal all the spaces and gaps on the door. As earlier mentioned, it is important that you do not forget to start here. You probably know that it's easy to overlook these spots, especially when you get tired from the heavy soundproofing job. Now, the other trick about the gaps and cracks in the door is how to locate them. Sometimes they are extremely tiny and you will need to improvise ways to find them. But first off, you could switch off all the lights in your house. Then, using a light source held from the outside the door, it will be possible to see some light rays sneaking through these gaps into the room. After identifying these gaps, soundproof your door by sealing off these spaces using a proper sealant. It is an easy job to do. To be specific, you need an airtight sealant with great sound deadening properties such as great stuff filler insulating foam sealant. This great stuff is highly water resistant and will ensure that even the biggest gaps or cracks are effectively sealed. Keep in mind that the variations in the gap size is a key thing to note. The smaller gaps may need another sealant for that matter. Preferably, the Red Devil foam fill will do the job perfectly. Second on the list is installing soundproof blankets. Soundproof blankets can be efficient and yet cheap materials to use in soundproofing projects. Usually, these blankets are created from awesome sound-absorbing materials known as fiberglass. You need to ensure that the blankets are thick and heavy enough to block as much noise as possible. These blankets are sometimes known as moving blankets. The wise thing to do is to consider taking the grommeted blankets for hanging on the door. Honestly, installing these blankets is one of the easiest tasks to do. So, for your DIY soundproof door, consider using this cheap method and together with other approaches, you'll be surprised how fulfilling the outcome will be. Don't worry if the blankets do not come with grommets. You could still nail them on the door. The ugly thing about these blankets is that they are never going to create the expected aesthetic impression. So, don't be frustrated. There are many blankets you could try out, but just as a quick guide, you may consider getting the SureMax heavy duty moving blanket for your door project. These come with a professional touch to your task. Apart from blocking noise and sound waves into your home, they help trap moisture and dirt that try to get in the house. Third on the list is the use of soundproof curtains. I mentioned the blankets earlier, but in case that was a bit uncomfortable with you, curtains would be a good upgrade, especially if you want the visual appeal of your project to come to the fore. Professional sound deadening and absorbing curtain can be an effective solution at hand. Don't think they can only be used on the windows. You can definitely use them on your doors as well. These curtains are designed to be denser and thicker, properties that combine to make them a real force in stopping sound waves penetration into the house. Soundproof curtains can work as insulation for the doors. They will trap heat within their fabrics and help in heat retention during the winter. What's more, these curtains also do block off light, a handy element if you don't love much of it spilling in your home. Installing the curtains on the door just needs you to have ready placed rods above the door where you will just hang them over. Our fourth method is to use soundproof foam panels. Soundproof foam panels are basically the acoustic foam panels that are widely known for their solid sound deadening capabilities. It is rare to hear someone talk about soundproofing projects without mentioning these materials. You will need to learn a few things and understand the small technicalities behind installing these foams on your doors. So, be patient and don't attempt to glue them on the doors directly, as they can be extremely troublesome to remove. Instead, a cardboard panel is the one you need to attach the foam using glue. Then, fix the cardboard panel on the door using appropriate boarding agents like Velcro industrial strength fasteners that comes with superior holding properties. Just remember that nailing the foams on the door can damage it, rendering your entire project useless. As with many other soundproofing materials, no match can be expected on the visual appeal after using these panels. Now, fifth in line is you need to seal existing gaps with a weather stripping tape. Those gaps and spaces that exist between the door and its frame can be sealed by weather stripping. The material you need here is called the weather stripping tape, which is mostly made of fiberglass. You can get this tape in different forms: adhesive backed foam, rubber, felt, or vinyl. Depending on your needs, make a choice which one type would work best for your project. Each form of the weather stripping tape has its pros and cons as well. For example, rubber is tight in the middle as far as suitability is concerned. It's durable, not as pricey as vinyl, and yet it will still do a great job for you. If you'll be trying out with the foam version, it comes out as a temporary measure, cheap, and kind of ugly on the door. I would recommend the KO Door Weather Stripping Self-Adhesive Foam, which is also great for preventing wind and reducing the abrasion effectively. Our sixth method is applying the door sweeps. Another method to try and minimize noise coming from below the door is taking care of the space between the door and the floor. I know you might have used these sweeps to prevent insects crawling their way in your house, but without mistake, these sweeps can help to seal the open bottom of your door and prevent any noise sneaking into your house. This is quite one simple way to soundproof your door as an additional measure to the ones we have already mentioned above. The sweeps can also trap heat and help warm the house. While door sweeps are made from awesome sound absorbing materials, they aren't 100% guarantee to reduce the noise effectively. I would recommend MD Building Products commercial grade door sweep for this purpose. The seventh method is to use a rag on the door. The other strategy is to place a rag on the door. This will have to be heavy rags with a suitable thickness that can effectively block off or rather absorb most of the sound waves. As a standalone method, don't expect any magic sound dampening here. Just use these rags to improve on another method and you can see a noticeable difference. When placing your rag, make sure that it's on both sides of the doorway. This way, the rags can do a great job by absorbing all echoes and consequently reducing the impact of noise. My recommendation here for this is a Hudson rag, a popular 5-star rated rag loved by many people around the globe. Eighth on our list is installing the mass-loaded vinyl. Mass-loaded vinyl is one of the most effective soundproofing methods to get a DIY soundproof door. The vinyl comes with great thickness and is designed to offer high protection against loud noise from outside. There's a bit of work you must do to get installation of the vinyl on your door. To install the mass-loaded vinyl, make sure to cut the material to sizable pieces that fit on your door. Attach it on the door using either staples or a strong adhesive. Once you're done, you could add on the door your cool set of curtains. The monotonous black color of vinyl can be boring. Try out the TMS mass-loaded vinyl and experience outstanding soundproofing outcome. The only downside of this soundproofing material is that it's a bit expensive. Now it's your turn. Let me know which method you are going to use by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to explore more beneficial videos on this channel. But before then, I'll be very happy if you like this video and share it with your friends on social media. Until next time, take care.